right, everybody, and welcome to Monday. Today is June 3rd, and we're making our way to a lovely segment of Open Book, brought to you by KCT Credit Union. If you're searching for a financial partner that'll truly has your best interest at heart, join KCT Credit Union. They're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Now, that is not good on that side of it. Each account member is insured for up to $250,000. This is what we tell the people. Watch for the radio, my friends. Do you guys see it on that side? That's fun. That's why it's called live radio, my friends. Welcome, everybody. So it's the weather. We're going to blame it on the weather. Well, we are here with Open Book, and we're going to get everybody on the screen and make a little announcement to let you know who is joining us in the studio today. Well, first of all, these are a part of three great individuals who are a great part of the branch library services. And first, we're going to introduce, we've got Miss Jill. Jill is the branch associate, right? Hello, Miss Jill. We have also got coming in on the table, we have got, let's see, next up is Stacy. So Stacy is the Director of Branch Library Services. Hello, Stacy.
Hello.
And then we also have Miss Nikki, and people might remember Nikki. She was actually I remember with the schools, an elementary associate. I always used all these terms it took to give her name out there because she's so famous. How you doing, Nikki? There you go. Absolutely. All right. So welcome to the show, everybody. And for those individuals who might not be familiar, Open Book is in its third week right now. And thanks to our friends at KCT Credit Union have decided and worked along with us to say there's so much that happens at the library that folks are not familiar with. And I'm going to guess for the three of you, that's probably what you are in your head every single day. Like if people only knew, is that kind of an ongoing source of how you can fix that? Is that right?
So true.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know that you've got a lot coming up on the table. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand it over to you, Miss Jill. If you want to tell me a little bit about how long you've been with the library and tell me what your branch is bringing to the table today.
So I have been with Gale Borden Library for 5.5 years now. I work for South Elgin and the RACO branch doing elementary programs ages 6 to 10 is what I do. That's my audience. Mm-hmm. So we've got a lot of stuff coming up out at the branch locations. I've got a Summer Discover series of programming for the kids. And we also have a happy 150th birthday to Gale Borden that we're doing for the kids. And we're going to do it as an old-fashioned birthday party with all kinds of games that maybe the kids don't know that we probably all played when we were kids. I'm going to try some drop-ins, some drawing drop-ins, and we also have our famous Read to Rover program that we do every month at both locations. It's a 15-minute time slot where they can register to read to our famous dog, Trucker. Everybody knows Trucker, I think, in the community, and they love him. So we also have some summer events coming up. So we have coming up on Thursday, June 13th, we have our family picnic and bubble show. So we're telling everybody to come on out and bring your chairs, bring your dinner, and we're going to have a dessert for you that night. It starts at 5:30. And it is a drop-in program, a drop-in show. We had this bubble guy last year,
Yes.
and I think
he blew you away.
Yes.
He blew us away.
We had hundreds of people come last summer for the bubble guy, and so back by popular demand, we are having him back to the RACO branch. He does an awesome show. He brings his own bubble wands, his own music. The kids, I've never seen kids go crazy like this. They were dancing and jumping, and it's interactive. It's a really fun show.
I told people that that's one of the topics we were going to talk about today,
Yeah.
and that's what people were excited about. That they said the bubbles. Yeah, so I didn't know it was that, and that's how many years you've been doing that, or is just the second that it was
Second time we've had him.
Second time, but
So,
he
yeah.
drew a crowd. So this is going to be, after work, you can bring your family out. It starts at 5:30, the picnic, and then the show starts at 6 p.m. on the lawn at the Raco Branch. So bring out, like Jill said, chairs, blankets, snacks, dinner, and come enjoy the show.
Our other fun summer programs we've got coming up, a big show is called the T-Rex Explorers Dino Discovery. So they have a really unique show we're going to have out on the lawn at the Raco Branch where they bring dinosaur fossils. And they're going to do a whole show where they're going to talk about the different kinds of dinosaurs and the bones that they come from, and the audience can touch them. So you're going to be having fun and learning, and you don't even know it. So that's on Thursday, July 18th at 5 o'clock. And we would like you to register for that. So we've got plenty of registration for families to register, and we just want to, make sure that we have, keeping track of our numbers that way. So it'll be good. Mm-hmm. Our other fun, we're going to end our summer with a summer foam party at the Raco Branch. Yeah. We have Absolute Science coming out, and they're going to be bringing their mega foam blaster. It shoots out 40 feet, and it rotates 180 degrees. So the foam is also non-slippery and all these other good things. They can read about it on our website. And I think, bring your lawn chairs, bring beach towels, and I'm going to bring out some other surprise items to play with at the foam party. So I think it's going to be...
That's like 4 stories tall. Like that. Think about that. Put that into perspective, my friends.
Foam
That's
party.
Some good partying. Absolutely.
That's a foam party. Come. Yes. Register. That is Wednesday, August 7th, and it's going to be from 11 to 12, so that way you can then celebrate before school starts and take the kids out for lunch afterwards. So that's just a few of the things. We've got more.
All right. Well, real quickly, I want to ask a question on that, because now are most schools out? So this is all part of the summer program and what the library is doing over the summer. Is that accurate?
That is correct. Yes.
And how many kids have you seen in the past that get involved with it? Because I think this is a great family, something that when your kids are growing, for maybe the first day after summer vacation, the first day they're like, oh, this is great. And after day 2, they're bored.
Right.
Yeah.
So my first program with kids being out of school is tomorrow.
Right away.
And I'm doing 2 sessions of a program, and they're so full, and my wait lists are full. I could have like 2 more sessions. So it's really a testament to show that the kids they're out of school. And parents, good for you, are looking for ways to keep your kids busy. So it's great.
Can I ask real quickly, when it comes to the division of the branches, do some of you go from branch to branch? Because I know, Stacy, yours was announced at the Raco branch. Mm-hmm. So is it where people are idle at one branch and everybody else kind of bounces from one to the other? How does that work?
That's a great question. So we have a branch library services team. I'm lucky enough to be the director of. Jill is on our team. We have a staff of about 17 people who staff both branches. So if you visit the Raco branch, you might also see us at the South Elgin branch. And our programmers also do programs at both branches. The thing about the Raco branch that is nice is that we have an outdoor lawn area. We do a lot more outdoor programming at that location.
Okay.
The South Elgin branch has a larger indoor activity room. It's called the Hoffer Room. And that allows us to do more indoor programming in a larger space. So it's nice that our programmers have the ability to kind of pick the best space for the program. And then the public kind of gets to see our programmers at both locations as well.
And not only that, it introduces people to all the locations and what services, might be available.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is wonderful. Well, I'm going to hand it over to you then, Miss Stacy. We're going to let you continue on. So being that you are over again at the Raco branch, can you tell us what's happening over there for the summertime that Jill has not touched base on so far?
Sure. I want to mention the Nature Rangers program. This was started a few years ago it actually was started during the pandemic when we were trying to be creative with how we did programming because we couldn't really invite people into the buildings at that time. So we said, how do we encourage people to get outside, explore nature, be with their family? And so we created what's called Nature Rangers. And each year we've developed certain items that people can use to engage with, to go outside with families. So the first year we did it, we created an interactive coloring book where you could color and learn about nature, birds, bees, frogs, and toads. The next year we created a field guide where you could go to local forest preserves and really try to identify trees, learn about the wildlife that live in the trees, and how everything kind of ties together. Last year we focused on soil. I learned not to call it dirt. It's called soil. Shout out to Lisa, our coworker. And we created trading cards that kids could collect by going to different grade school programs. And they kind of created their own collection of soil-related trading cards. And so this year we're doing it a little bit different. We brought handouts. We're creating little informational handouts that you can pick up every 2 months. And then we have programming going on in the summer throughout. So on Tuesday, July 9th, this is actually at our South Elgin branch. We're hosting Summer Discover Nature Rangers focused on native bees. And I believe Jill is hosting that one, so she could probably tell us what she's doing. For
Yeah,
that.
I would like to hear that because
Yeah.
it's you know what? First of all, I always loved this as a kid. I love the idea of learning and making it fun. You know, there's one
Yes.
thing to say, okay, play outside and get dirty and things like that. But when you understand the purpose of what those trees and what the sun, what the nature, the soil, the type of soil it has to be grown in, you learn about that. There's something more exciting about it, you know. But bees is usually something people are flying and running away from. So tell us a little bit about what you can learn about bees or what we can expect.
Well, the native bees are really interesting. I've done just a little bit of research on them, finding out that they're not dangerous. They won't sting you. They're here in our environment for good reasons. But what we're going to do is create a bee motel. So we're going to create a motel for them, a little hotel that they can hang in their trees to take home. And I've looking at a couple of different ways that the kids are going to create their own to take home that day. We're got maybe a little scavenger hunt we're going to do. And so those are just some things that we do and some other hands-on learning that I'm working on putting together. So.
Well, but even one of the bees is a part of pollination. It's necessary. So it's not a matter of a stinger bee. It's a matter of pollinating and bringing those flowers, you know,
Right.
which I love. Okay, so step number 2. Can you tell I'm like this? Tell me
Yes.
more. So excited. I love this part.
So you can always pick up these handouts on at our Raco branch. And then you can go to our website, galeborden.info/nature rangers. You can get every item we've produced. You can watch videos, you can download everything, and then you can register directly from there to any related programming. And then we also have a collector's folder that you can get for $1 at the Raco branch to hold all of your handouts. And I also want to mention we have kits that you can check out. They're called Nature Rangers kits. They're backpacks that you can check out from the Raco branch. They're on different topics. We have a tree exploration backpack, insect discovery, dig into soil, and then the one we're debuting this year is on birding. And each backpack is really geared towards more of the grade school age, and it has books, field guides, binoculars in some cases, flashcards, shovels. It's a variety of things that you can use to go out into nature and explore and learn. So please do check those out. They're on our website in our catalog. Again, they're called Nature Rangers kits. And as part of that,
the drawing.
Go ahead.
They're going to draw.
Yes.
How are you at drawing birds, Miss Nikki?
Not so great.
Do you have a
kind of
favorite
birds?
bird? I don't know. Do you have a favorite bird?
I really love blue jays.
Blue jays? So we have this really cool, we want you to enter our grand prize giveaway. So for Nature Rangers, you can win the Birds of Illinois backpack. And so to enter, you have to draw a bird, right? That you've seen outside. You can use any materials that you would like to draw your bird. Just you've got to use your creativity. And the submission deadline is Sunday, June 30th. And the drawing will take place on July 1st for our winner. So to get that entry form, you need to come in and see us at the RACO branch. We have that form there. So it's not available at South Elgin, and it's not available at the main library. So come to the RACO branch and grab it.
Well, and I want to add, as if that wasn't more than enough incentive, if you're doing the summer reading program and you're using our Beanstack app, you can also get a virtual badge and extra tickets into our super prize drawings by doing any of the nature ranger activities.
Isn't that cool?
I like how
Yes.
that overlaps, and it's nice then because it not only does it get people psyched up about the nature rangers, but it also then introduces people to the other services and the other elements that you have as part of the library. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Exactly.
Stacy, I'm going to go back to you. So you were talking a little bit about the rangers. Now, is that something that runs all summer long, or is that have an exact start date?
It runs all year long, actually.
Okay.
So you can pick up the handouts any time of year. We keep producing one every 2 months. And you can even get past copies at the RACO branch. And then you can also get past copies on our website as well.
Okay.
And then we're doing programming throughout the year. We also have an adult program. Did you want to mention the...
Thursday,
Yes.
June 20th, we have a bird watching with our partnership with the John J. Dewar Forest Preserve. It is at 10 a.m. and that is a registered program. There's still quite a few slots available. It's about half full right now. And I know this is a popular one that they've done at the Forest Preserve ones really fill up fast. People like to get out to the Forest Preserves. So get yourself signed up and come on out and learn about some bird watching.
And is that open for everybody, or we're still
Yes.
talking kids only? So this
No.
is to everybody.
That's correct. This is for adults too. We do hold some of the Nature Ranger programming is for adults as well.
That's what I like. I love bird watching. I just fixed all my bird feeders
Me
this year.
too,
But I
yes.
don't know any of the birds. I call them what
know.
I call them what they look like. There's a yellow-tipped, blue-eyed, black-tailed bird flying around that really likes my feet. But it's interesting to me because I want to know what they are, and usually other
Right.
than the obvious ones, you just don't. So I love the idea of that. So one thing that's come into play that I've noticed during our weeks here with the Gale Borden Library is that some things you say you have to sign up for, we ask for reservations for, and sometimes not. Is it always kind of a good call, or is that additional information on the website if they don't catch it at the time? Because I know there's some points where not only a roll call that you were mentioning, but maybe sometimes if there's something offered or lunch offered or you need to have kits put together, it's better to have a number.
It is helpful to have that number. And if people question if it's a drop-in or registration, we always just say, just call us. We have phenomenal people on our phones that answer the phones and can answer any of those questions, or they will find you an answer.
That's wonderful. I love that. And I know that question has come up too with our listeners. We get quite a few people that hear the show. And again, I want to remind everybody that as you are listening to Open Book with the Gale Borden Library, obviously we have got Jill and Stacy and Miss Nikki here today. These can all be found in order. You'll be able to find them on our YouTube page. And again, I know that Gale Borden is probably going to be doing something with it on their side to also put it available. But if you missed an episode and you want to continue to learn about who we feature and what departments we feature, and the services and events that we feature, you can follow along on WRMN's YouTube page. And again, I'm certain on their website as well. I think we're going to take this time before we go off onto another subject. Let's take this time to take our first commercial break, if that's all right with you guys. We're going to be back with more Open Book. This is with the Gale Borden Library, brought to you by KCT Credit Union. We'll be back for more in just a bit.
As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls
Very
or messages.
cool.
Do not engage in social media scrolling
So
or
are you-
messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Ever take your car through the auto emissions lane only to experience the sinking feeling that your car has failed the test? Don't fret. Let Meineke at 376 Sundown in South Elgin fix the problem for you. Meineke's mechanics will determine the exact problem with your vehicle and suggest necessary repairs with Meineke's diagnostic service. Pass that test with help from the trained Meineke technicians. Call today for your appointment. 847-888-9644. That's 847-888-9644. In the mood for some great barbecue but just don't have time to make it yourself? Carry out Coleman's Barbecue on Elgin's East Side at 79 Clock Tower. Coleman specializes in ribs, tips, chicken wings, seafood, and sandwiches with sides like coleslaw, potato salad, and dessert. Try Coleman's exotic mild sauce. It's the bomb. You can also buy sauce in gallon or pint sizes. It's prepared just right. The Coleman's Way. Call 224-535-8153.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast right here on WRMN, 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Noory with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
And welcome back, everybody, to this edition of Open Book with the Gale Borden Library, brought to you today by KCT Credit Union. If you are searching for that financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart, join KCT Credit Union. Again, you can visit kctcu.org. Hello, everybody. This is Leo at WRMN, and we are with today Stacy Rausch, who is the Director of Branch Library Services at Gale Borden Library. We've also got Jill Dekoff joining us in studio out today. She is with the elementary school associate for the library as well. And again, we've got Nikki Marabati back with us today. She is the grade school service manager. Now, what I wanted to do, we talked a little bit. When we come back, I usually like to do a brief summary quickly before we go on to our next segment. So, Jill, you had started off the show talking about the Let's Play activities and things that were happening. So can you just give us a real brief rundown quickly on the areas, the destinations, and the times?
Let's go. All right.
Ding, 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 ding. We got
Ding,
the
ding,
bell ready,
ding.
right?
I'm just going to go in with the big events right now. We're going to start with our June 13th family picnic and with the Bubble Guy. Bubble Show, Thursday, June 13th. 5:30 to 7 on the Rayco lawn. Bring your lawn chairs, your dinner, and be looking forward to a nice treat with us. Our other nice events, we've got the T-Rex Explorers Dino Discovery. Come and see some dinosaur bones and touch them. That will be Thursday, July 18th, 5 to 6 at the Rayco branch outside on the lawn. Again, bring those chairs and blankets to enjoy a beautiful night out there. And we do ask you to register for that program. We're going to end our summer we're starting with bubbles, we're ending with foam. Our cup bubbleth over. The summer foam party, I can't even say it. Absolute Science coming out, bringing their mega foam blaster. And that is going to be Wednesday, August 7th from 11 to noon. And we do ask you to register for that. And we're going to have treats at that one as well. So those are our big events. I have some elementary programs coming up for our summer discovery. I'm doing a Nature Ranger program, Native Bees, Tuesday, July 9th. I do have 2 sessions, a 2 and a 4:45. Please register. We are hosting a happy 150th birthday Gale Borden Library old-fashioned party. We're bringing out the old games, too. That's for our ages 3 to 10. Wednesday, July 24th, Rayco Branch, 11 to noon. And, yep, we're going to have some special treats for this birthday party. It's going to be so much fun. I also am going to be doing a doodle and drop. Drop in. We're going to do some doodling, which means I love to draw. And maybe you like to draw. So come on in and see me. I've got 2 sessions of that, 2 and 4:45. So that's kind of my quick rundown.
That's great. And then again, Miss Stacy Roush, the Director of Branch Library Services, you were highlighting the Nature Rangers.
Yes, I was talking about our Nature Rangers program. You can pick up a folder for $1 at the Rayco branch. You can pick up handouts on our website, galeborden.info/Nature Rangers, and join us for programs throughout the year. Again, if you're interested in exploring nature, you have children or grandchildren in your family, nieces or nephews, this is a great opportunity to get materials and ideas to help enjoy the summer outside with your family.
Very exciting. Now let's move on over to the Kids Space Wonder, Miss Nikki Marabati, and again, the grade school service manager. Tell us what you can have and expect to have. And I'm going to guess it's probably something fun. We talked about the reading program. Did it kick off already?
It kicked off and it's going strong. We're more than 200 ahead than last year. So
Wow.
Thanks to everybody's help, we are got a strong start.
I mentioned it on the air after our last visit, and I said that I was mentioning that you've got it for all levels, and this means adults also. So you've got not only kids, but there's different challenges that you put out there for all ages.
Absolutely. Yep. We have challenges from 0 through 150 if you're Gale Borden. So we encourage everybody to read. We think it's both an individual and a joint effort. So we want everybody to participate and have some fun with it.
And what else is happening over at Kids Space?
Well, if you're not exhausted by all those branch programs and you still have your chairs and blankets handy, here's a couple of programs. I know, Leah, you were talking about, the difference between drop-in and registered programs. So these are all drop-in programs. So you don't have to register. You can just come on by if you're available. So a couple of them are some more picnics that we're having outside. If you like music, come on down for our family picnic, the Crystal Lake Strikers, on Monday, June 10th from 6 to 8 o'clock. And if you're not familiar with the Crystal Lake Strikers, they are a drum line group, and they play all sorts of really cool music, and they're going to let us play with the drums and some of the other musical instruments. So that's their performance is at 7, but Gale Borden of course has to bring the sweets, so there'll be dessert offered and some other fun activities happening. So definitely check that out. It's going to be a musical experience. And then we also have our Touch a Truck. This is our annual family picnic happening on July 1st from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. Again, just drop on in. And this is where kiddos can check out all of the different municipal trucks and vehicles that we have around. So they can go inside a fire truck, check out a police car, the dump truck, our snow removal, everything. And, I'm hoping they'll let me drive the fire truck. But, they turned me down last year. So we'll see.
I'd let you drive the fire truck, Nikki.
Thank you. I mean, we all want to turn on that alarm, the siren, the ladder.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe you guys will have better luck. And again, that's happening July 1st, which also coincides with our summer reading prize redemption month. So once you're done with all that reading, come on, bring your logs in or bring your bean stack finishing your phone or anything or your name to all of us, and we can go ahead and get you all those prizes. So anytime in the month of July when you finish your summer reading, or we ever really finished reading, you can come in and get all of those prizes that we've talked about, your free book, your coupons. You can be entered into our raffle prizes. I even brought one here. Our Pokemon Elite Trainer box. And really enjoy, again, some of what summer reading has to offer. And finally, since we talked about music, we've talked about trucks, let's put everything together with some dance parties. We've got some preschool dance parties where we might do, some Wheels on the Bus or some other dances. And those, we've got 2 this summer. We've got one happening June 11th, which is a Tuesday from 10 to 10:30. And another one on Tuesday, July 9th from 10 to 10:30. And again, all of these programs are drop-in, so drop on in if you're feeling, the groove and you want to show off your moves. I might be there, just don't laugh. And then for our elementary kiddos, we do have our Curious Kids Club, another drop-in. Those are for kiddos kindergarten through 5th grade. And it's every Friday from 11 to 11:45. Just come on in. We have different themes. We have an aquarium challenge. We have gizmos. We're going into the woods. Maybe we'll check out a nature ranger bag to take with us. We have a Lego zip line you're going to be making one week. So lots of fun, different activities and challenges each week. And again, all of those, you just stop on in if you're available.
And I like the fact that on the site here that you do put the location on it because of the multiple locations. And if you weren't listening during the last segment, the question was, how do you know which branch it goes to? And Stacy, you were great at explaining, saying, well, each one almost has something different that it can offer, unique that it offers to the table.
Yep. So we have the 3 locations and our bookmobile service as well. So, of course, the main library is downtown Elgin, and they have all of the services there, multiple program rooms. They offer a wide variety of programs. And if you haven't been to the branches, I really encourage you to come out and see us. Each of our buildings is unique. Our Raco branch is on Bowes Road, and we are a full-service library. We have a drive-up window. We have a butterfly garden, and the scenery is very much about, we have native plants, wildflowers, we have wildlife. We've seen cranes walking around and hawks and bunnies.
And they could come out just to see it for being a LEED award.
Yes,
building.
it's LEED certified. And that was
LEED?
What does that mean? Thank you. Good job, Nikki.
That's a great question. When the building was first constructed, there were certain things with the electric, the well, the way the building is cooled. We have large windows from ceiling to floor. And so we are able to be LEED certified, and we like to focus on green programs, nature, those type of things at the Raco branch. And then the second branch that we opened is the South Elgin branch, which is over on Spring and McLean. So please join us there. Again, full service library. We have programs there. You can pick up your holds. We have a play area as well. And we are looking to expand that branch soon.
Can I share my favorite part about the South Elgin branch?
Yes.
Which is that there's literally a laptop dispenser.
Yes.
You can check out a laptop from a dispenser, like you can
Yes.
buy a Coke.
Like a red box kind of
Yeah.
thing?
Yes. But you don't keep it. You,
Right,
you
right.
borrow
You-
it for
you
like
rent
2
it.
hours, and then you have to put it back in the dispenser. And how about our book return that we have at South Elgin branch? Do you know about that, right? So it looks like a bookshelf. So they put their books on it, and it automatically checks them in off their account. So
Wow.
it's automatically done. So Rayco and the main library have these cool little sorters, but South Elgin doesn't have room for a sorter.
Right.
So we've got this neat little automatic bookshelf that checks in all the books.
That, probably I almost bought a house out on I thought it was Racco instead of Rayco because I almost bought a house there because of the library being there, and then ended up finding a different one by the South Elgin Library. So it just works out that we've got the library in our backyard either way.
Perfect.
But for individuals, especially with kids, some of the projects, like you say, that are being on here, if you are a member, if you have your library card, does it matter? Do you have to be a member of the library, or are these services? Because this all sounds like a lot of fun, but a lot of people maybe can't afford it. So is there charges for it? Is there prices for it? Or are these just services that you offer to the open community?
Everything,
Stacey. There you go.
everything is for everyone. You don't even need a library card to access these events. All of our programs are for anyone in the area who would like to participate. And if you'd like to sign up for a library card, you can do that at any of our locations. You'll just need to show proof of residence in our district, and you can always give us a call for assistance with that.
So when you say proof of residence by your district, so does that mean I would be eligible for the Elgin one? Or if I am in South Elgin, can you sign up at the one in Elgin? Tell me what that means.
Okay, so if you live in our Gale Borden Public Library district
Got it.
and get a card with us, you have access to all buildings, all the bookmobile, all of our services. You can use any building. You can pick up your holds from any building. You can participate in programs at any building. We tend to see families kind of pick one as their home library.
Right.
Especially the South Elgin branch. We have families who really see that branch as their home library. So it's fun to see, families grow up with us there. But I really encourage everyone to check out every building that we have because each one offers something unique.
The other question I had is for individuals they were asking about hours, and I know this can all be open and available on the website. So the website is what? I'm going to ask you, Jill.
GaleBorden.info.
There you go. Very easy to find. And the other question that came up was when these organizations come up. Now, I know you have 3 people at the table here, but when you're working with a lot of kids, there's a lot more individuals that are a part of these that are actually like volunteers at the library. Do you have a lot of those resources at your help, or are you always looking for volunteers?
We are always looking for volunteers. I would give a shout out to Jeannie Ziegler, right?
I'd also like to say that we even have kiddo volunteers. So we actually have what we call volunteens.
Yes.
And that's for middle schoolers and high schoolers. So anyone who's in 6th grade and older can actually volunteer at their library. So if they're looking for just service hours, or if they want to be part of the community. And part of that is helping us prepare kits, being assistants at programs, doing different activities around these spaces.
Which is wonderful.
Absolutely.
So because it is the 150th anniversary and something obviously a lot to celebrate for the Gale Borden Library, we're talking today with Stacey, Jill, and Nikki with the Branch Library Services. Now, mentioning a lot of the events and activities that are taking place in the summer, it takes a lot of organization and a lot of planning to put these together. Now, I do know that obviously there's grants and things that come through, but I'm going to guess if there's anybody out there that is even interested in supporting the Gale Borden Library and a lot of these services that they do offer, obviously you can see the value it provides to the community. I'm going to recommend they just go to the website as well, and they can find out more information on there on how to do so. Is that right?
Right. You can check out our foundation, which is where you can donate if you're interested, or donate your time as well. You can find an application for volunteering on our website.
So what is your favorite activity, Jill? I'll start with you that runs throughout the year, especially this year for the 150 that's on the docket, that you would tell people to certainly mark their calendars or save the date.
You know what? I'm pretty excited about the T-Rex Dino Discovery coming this summer. and our 150th Happy Birthday Old Time Fashion birthday party. Those are probably my two I'm looking forward to.
See, that it puts a lot of kids, the old-fashioned kind of parties.
Yes.
A lot of the kids wouldn't recognize those now compared to what it is today, right, Nikki?
No.
Well, speaking of old fashioned, I know I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but coming Saturday, one of these other drop in programs in honor of our 150th anniversary is our 150th Old Town Fair happening from 1 to 5 o'clock. And this is going to be huge, next level, once in maybe a millennia. Maybe we'll even go beyond 150. And it's going to have a carousel and a petting zoo and games and food, and all of it's absolutely free. And it's going to be an amazing time for families and friends and everybody in the community. And you do not have to have a library card or anything. You don't have to have ever been to Gale Borden before. Take this as an opportunity to introduce yourself to the space. It's going to be a blast.
And we're also talking about this year, I know that the library is a grand marshal for the 4th of July parade too, right?
It sure is.
Yes, they are.
All right, Stacey, I leaned in on that one.
I just know that we've been selected to be the Grand Marshal for the Elgin 4th of July Parade, and I hear we are developing some entertainment for that. I'm not sure if we can say yet.
They gave us a little hint. I heard about some choreography happening
Some
here.
choreography, some book carts maybe.
Uh-huh.
So you'll have to come out to the parade, and one of us is on the team. I don't know
Who will it be? Okay,
They have to
there's-
come and see.
I was going to say, there's the strategy right there. We're
Yeah.
going to take our next commercial break here. We'll come back with a summary of today's broadcast. It's the Gale Borden Library's Open Book.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Mazziano's Pizza and Pastaria at Route 20 in Nestler in Elgin. There is one true fact of everyday life that never dulls: the simple pleasure of eating great Italian food. At Mazziano's, they'll make sure your dinner or lunch will be the best part of your day. Whether you have a taste for pizza or any of Mazziano's homemade Italian recipes, like ravioli or lasagna, they can also cater your party. Enjoy it any way you like: delivery, carry out, or dine in. Visit Mazzianos.com. Keeping your car's coolant system in good shape with a regular flush is really important. Let the experts at Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin remove your old coolant, preventing chemical buildups in your engine. Then they'll fill your entire system with new coolant to help your engine run smoothly and prevent rust and corrosion, increasing your engine's lifespan. To schedule your appointment, call 847-888-9644.
WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The first shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can him tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze, you'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If somebody says you did,
Yeah.
good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the
And
say that
say,
I also hazed
I
them.
remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's first shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com.
The lightest, fluffiest pancakes are calling your name at JoJo's Diner, 1935 West Gulf Road in Schaumburg. JoJo's has a huge breakfast menu featuring skillets, eggs Benedict, and so much more. Don't stop at breakfast. JoJo's also offers great burgers, sandwiches, and shakes. And for mouth-watering prime rib, try JoJo's for dinner. They have such a versatile menu. JoJo's Diner is family-owned and operated, and it's one of Schaumburg's best-kept secrets. Visit jojosdiner.com today.
Join the Boomers June 4th at 6:30 versus the Florence Yalls for Educators Appreciation Night, presented by Waterville Advisors. Come out to Wintrust Field on June 5th at 6:30 p.m. versus the Florence Yalls, presented by Encore Village of Schaumburg. On June 6th at 6:30 versus the Yalls, it will be Busch Light Bucket Hat Giveaway. The first 1,000 fans 21 and over will receive a Boomers bucket hat thanks to Busch Light. Also 2-for-1 Busch Light beer all game.
And welcome back, my friends. This is Leah at WRMN, and this is our Monday edition of Open Book with the Gale Borden Library, brought to us by our friends at KCT Credit Union. They're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. They are members. Their members are actually owners, meaning that profits go back to them in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Visit kctcu.org. Well, welcome back to Open Book. I'm going to take it to the table here as we do a recap of this edition. We welcomed Miss Jill and Stacy and Nikki in studio today. Jill right there, Jill Diekoff. She is the elementary school associate. Again, we're going to give a brief rundown, usually as we do at the end of the show. Jill, I'll hand it off to you first and foremost. Some highlights between now and coming up soon.
Sounds good. So I'm going to talk about our big programs coming up, our big events outside. So June, we have a drop-in family picnic and bubble show spectacular on Thursday, June 13th at our Raco branch, 5:30 to 7 o'clock. And we will have some treats. Bring your chairs, blankets. We want you to enjoy our beautiful lawn out at the Raco branch.
And Raco Branch, real quickly, is on Bowes Road. Just in case there are individuals who are listening that might not be familiar with those destinations, we'll shoot that out there real quickly.
That's exactly right. I usually like to preface that by saying it's behind the Sam's Club on Randall Road. Most people know that landmark, right? We've got people that like landmarks. So then we've got another couple of big events coming up. We've got our T-Rex Explorers, the Dino Discovery, and we've got this group bringing out real dinosaur bones. They're going to have a presentation on what kind of dinosaurs these bones are from, and they're going to let you touch them. You're going to be learning and having a blast, and you're not even going to know it. That program is Thursday, July 18th, 5 to 6, beautiful Raco branch outside on the lawn. We would like you to register for that. Come and see us. And we're going to end the summer with a summer foam party. It's going to be really, really fun. Absolute Science is bringing their mega foam blaster, shoots out 40 feet. And that is going to be Wednesday, August 7th, 11 to noon. We ask that you register. And because, before you go back to school, we got treats for you. So bring maybe a beach towel, bring some towels. And chairs to sit out in the lawn. And I've got a couple other surprises I'm going to pull out for that program. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think we all end up having summer chairs or lawn chairs in our car. Once summer hits, they're there all the time, so you can unpack them. Well, Stacy, let's hand it over to you as Director of Branch Library Services. You came and you introduced the Nature Rangers.
Yes, I will hold up our folder if you're watching. So if you're into nature exploration, you want to learn about wildlife, plants, anything that goes on outside, check out Nature Rangers. You can come to the Raco branch to find out more, or go on our website, galeborden.info/Nature Rangers.
All right. And Miss Nikki, tell us a little bit about Kids Space, what kids can expect, and what's the next up on your calendar?
Absolutely. So hopefully, if you haven't yet, you'll jump in and sign up for summer reading. You can grab a tracking log at any library location or from the website. You can also do it digitally by downloading the Beanstack app from your phone's app store. We also have some fantastic drop-in programs this summer. We have our family picnic, the Crystal Lake Strikers, on Monday, June 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. They are a fantastic drumline group that's going to show us all about how they move and their music, and they're going to let us play their instruments.
Wow.
And then we're going to move from music and dance to trucks with our Touch a Truck picnic happening on July 1st. From 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. Kiddos can come in and you can check out all the different cool trucks and vehicles that help make our city run, like fire trucks, police cars, and all kinds of things. And of course, our bookmobile. How could I forget? One of the most important vehicles of all.
Yeah.
Again, that's July 1st from 6 to 8 o'clock. And then, of course, if you like to dance like I do, and you have a preschooler, and of course, feel free to bring some of those siblings. We're having 2 of those this summer, Tuesday, June 11th, and Tuesday, July 9th, both from 10 to 10:30. Those are going to be outside, so we're going to have lots of fun outdoors, dancing and hopping to the music. And then for those elementary kiddos, those K to 5ers, we have our Curious Kids Club happening every Friday from 11 to 11:45. Different things. You just bring yourself. We bring the fun and the materials and a fun challenge. And then, of course, the mega event. The one and all events. No, to begin all the events, because it's the summer reading kickoff. It's the 150th anniversary fair happening this Saturday from 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock with everything that a fair has to offer. Fun, food, games, and a carousel, and a petting zoo.
All right.
We'll see you
Well,
there.
thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you so much, Miss Stacy. Thank you, Jill. It was a fast hour.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
feel that was
Leah.
a lot of information.
Awesome.
Waves around. Well, now you'll find out why these fantastic individuals are part of such a wonderful organization like the Gale Borden Library. To be a part of it, folks, check it out. Check out one of their destinations. Get yourself a library card or watch in your mail. You'll get those flyers. Save those. There's a lot of information in there. And again, thanks to KCT Credit Union.
Lean on. A neighborhood